Hey friends, welcome back to Rita Talks. I'm Rita, and on this YouTube channel I just share some of the thoughts, ideas that I've been thinking about, some of the things that have been going on in my life. In today's video, I want to talk about the GenAI thing that I've been working on. So I mentioned yesterday that I needed to prepare this prototype for the afternoon demo. I managed to somehow make it work. I have a fully working model pipeline. Basically, I just chose basically the worst model I could possibly choose, the least training iterations with the least training parameters, everything with the bare minimum, just so that I can have the full pipeline working. And with the full pipeline working, we can just swap things out over and over again. So I'm really happy with the progress that I've made. Like now, like I have done everything, like deployed a model to production. Now it's all about getting the model to become better and basically iterating on the model so that basically it takes into account all of our use cases, because I've had to make some trade-offs for training that model, for doing some specific things. So yeah, that's something that's I'm quite happy with. The only thing is that when I presented it to my team, like basically because they don't have an ML background, um, they have no idea what I did. They have no idea how hard it is what I did to do, like to get it all the components working from end to end, and basically they just take iteration 0 as the full potential of the model and like start making conclusions based on that. But basically they just don't have the framework to be able to understand the decisions that I'm making. But it's okay. That just means that I need to improve my way of communicating to them, because basically I just need to explain to them the stuff that I'm doing in a correct way. But also, the reason that I'm not able to do it yet is because actually most of my energy was dedicated to actually getting it working. And then it worked like literally half an hour before the demo. So I just spent all day on my computer trying to make it happen. Did so many iterations, which I'm really proud of. Just stayed focused and on task until it got done. And basically, that means that I did not have the time to go into explanation mode, where I go from the basics of machine learning all the way to what I've done, which is actually research level stuff. But if they don't have the basics, all of this is just gibberish to them, what I'm talking about. So like, I mean, I think maybe I got a bit frustrated today during the call, and pushed back a bit on the feedback that I got, but mostly because it was not relevant to what I was telling them about. So like that's maybe what frustrated me a bit. But also it means that it's my fault that I did not communicate it in the right way, and that's okay. This is a learning that I'm working on. So this is something that I'm going to improve. Uh, and actually, I've enlisted quite some people who are excited about the project and are happy to help me with the project. So like hopefully I will be able to like iterate with them, talk to them through the project and all of those things beforehand, so that maybe they can share with me, like maybe they can allow me to clarify my thinking further and basically just go back into like get an idea of the kinds of things that are not clear and the things that I need to be better at explaining. So this will be harder, obviously, than being in a team where people understand what you're doing. But I guess this just means that this is an opportunity for me to elevate my game and deepen my knowledge. And for now, I'm just going to be patient with it, be okay that I'm not getting it right the first time. I think for me, it's okay. I think they're not used to having to do so many iterations. They're not, I mean, some people just expect immediate results. And like that's the difference between ML stuff and software engineering. This is actually something that I've figured out afterhand when discussing with one of my friends slash colleagues, is that in software, um, you do a bunch of stuff, and then the output becomes deterministic, right? For a similar project, the output would be more or less the same. The level of effort is predictable. Everything is reasonable, right? The difference with an ML project is that the only thing that's predictable is the framework, the experimentation framework, but the outcomes are not. And basically, what what like is frustrating me, I think at this point, is that, which I did not make clear, and I realized after the meeting, is that they're asking me about an output, but that's inherently something that I cannot predict beforehand, before running the experiments. So the only thing that I can predict is the number of experiments that I run. I cannot predict the outcomes of these experiments, and that's just the nature of machine learning, yeah, like of science in general, which is very different than engineering, where, okay, we can predict that we will have this code done by X, Y, and Z time. And we will have this feature, it's deterministic, that, okay, you add a button here, and when you click this, it runs this flow, and it does this. Like, that's very different. And it just maybe takes me being a bit more patient and like explaining those things, like going back to the basics and explaining to them those things. But then again, like, this is something that I'm reporting on. Like, it's not that I'm reporting on, it's something that I'm working on. But I mean, I'm I'm always the first one to want to help and explain things, but it's not always easy if you have to go from so far, like from so far back. Like, for me to be able to explain something, I mean, I think the biggest constraint is the time constraint, because right now I'm under a time constraint that I need to finish another project for my promotion to go through, or at least to have maximum chances for my promotion to go through. But basically, like, all of this stuff that I'm doing is just extra stuff. So I guess, like, people are like, oh, but it would be nice. Yes, it would be nice if I had infinite time, but I don't have infinite time. I have very limited time, especially in this month where I just need to get this project done. I need to get the code done, get legal approval on the contract templates. I need to get the code changes ready for testing. I need to run in end-to-end testing for calculation changes for probably like something like 30 use cases per feature. So probably something like 30 to 60 use cases. So that's gonna be an interesting one. But basically right now I'm doing my best to free up all my time, so that over the next 2 to 3 weeks, all my attention is focused on delivering that project, and basically just trying to clear my plate from all of the lingering stuff that I've had, which includes my promo doc, or my promo doc work summary, this retrospective doc that I've been working on, and this GenAI project, which I think just I'm like, I'm not gonna put completely on hold, because I have like a demo for the team once every 2 weeks, so I basically just work on it one day before the demo, usually. So that's completely okay. I mean, for now, I've run all of the experiments that I've done what I wanted to though within the time frame that I had. And now it's time to fully switch my attention back to finishing this retrospective doc, which I'm gonna do tomorrow. Present it in the afternoon, be done with anything related to this retrospective doc, then move on to the freaking project, get the code reviews done, get the send the emails to legal team to validate the templates, try all of that stuff out, and start building the launch document basically for the feature. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll do that. I'm honestly pretty happy with the progress that I've made. It's a bit sometimes frustrating when like I've made serious progress towards this. Like I see that as a huge win, but I'm the only one who sees that because I'm the only one with the context to see that. But it's okay. Now I have a few, basically, now that gives me something to let my subconscious mind work on how to deliver it better. I think I have a few ideas. I think maybe what will make it more deterministic for them is to have an experiments plan, and just have a list of all of the things that I want to try and that I need to try, if like that I could possibly try. And basically it's a checklist of trying every single thing, comparing the results, keeping the one with the highest success metrics, and just making that clear to them, so that they understand, okay, it's the process that's deterministic, it's not the outcome. We need to try all of these things in order for us to know which one is the best, and we cannot tell that beforehand because this is a use case that has never, like, because this generative AI stuff is so new, no one like, we have a guarantee that no one has ever worked on this, and we are in a unique position to work on this. So that's something that they don't yet see because they don't have the context about the Gen AI thing, and that's okay. It means that it's my job to communicate that, even though it will take more work than I would have liked. But in this situation, instead of complaining, I'm just taking it from the perspective, okay, this is what it takes. I currently don't have the bandwidth to do it, but I will do it at some point to make it clear to them. And yeah, just for now, I have my priorities, so I have my day-by-day priorities that I need to tackle. And as long as I stay in the present moment, day by day, I think it should be fine. So yeah, that's some of my thinking around this stuff. Just wanted to share some of that today. Need to go to sleep because I need to wake up in about 5 hours. So yeah, that's like, today was filled with excitement, but also like this feeling that of the friction that I've been feeling a bit lately with the team. I don't know, it feels a bit weird, but this is something that I'm looking out for. I still really like the team and things like this, but I do sense that that's having an effect. Like there is some underlying, I don't know, tension that's going on that I'm noticing, but that's not always a bad thing because from uh, like having diverse perspectives and diverse opinions, we're actually able to come up with a better result, better outcome, and that friction is sometimes necessary. So I'm just being aware and mindful of it, just trying to keep it like to notice when things are not being explained properly, when there is a miscommunication going on. So yeah, I think the frustrating part is that this friction only happens when the whole team is there and like everyone has their own ideas of things, um, and they want to see they want to get everyone to see things from their perspective, exactly how they see it. And absolutely, I'm not exempt from that. Like, I definitely also fall prey to that, and that's okay. Just learning to navigate it better, because this is something that's somewhat become recurrent, that I've noticed in the past month. And honestly, it's getting very draining because I don't want to be like spending all my energy debating with people, especially if sometimes the people don't take the time to actually listen. But yeah, this is something that I'm learning to navigate. Let's see. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in today. You can click here to watch my previous video on this channel, so the one right before this one, or you can click here to watch my latest video on the channel overall. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you have a fantastic rest of day, night, whichever time of day it is where you are right now. Bye for now, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.